I'm trying to get myself as far out of this frame as possible because Lord knows I'm not camera ready. Virgo, what's going on? Well, first, let me say I am Madam X. You are watching Frequency Real Radio. You guys check out earthskystar.com if you want a longer reading. This is going to be just something really quick to check the temperature of Virgo as we get up to go into August. We're about in the last week and a half or so of July, coming out of Cancer season. It's getting closer to you guys this season. Leos are up first. But, Cancer's up first. Leos are up next. Today is the 22nd that I'm doing this reading. Actually, it's so late, it's probably about the 23rd now. And then Virgos, you got next. So happy happy birthday shout out to all the Virgos out there. Hope things are going well for you guys. I already shuffled this deck, but we just going to shuffle a little bit more. There's not a lot going on in your sign astrology-wise, so not a lot of planets in Virgo. They're gearing up to come in to Virgo. So Virgo, you may have been going through some things because of the aspects that the planets have been making, because you're an earth sign. And as you know, the eclipses have been in Cancer and Capricorn. Capricorn is your sister sign that trines you, so you may have felt some energy coming from Pluto and Capricorn, depending on what planets you have in Virgo, especially if you have your sun. And even though it's making a trine aspect, Saturn in Capricorn, Pluto and Capricorn, they aren't the easiest planets. Oh, my battery is low, of course. They aren't the easiest planets to deal with. So even a trine aspect can bring some a little bit of turbulent energy. Oh. So you got that going on in Capricorn. Then you also have Uranus in Taurus. So you may be feeling some energy from that as well. And let's see what else you got. Your opposite sign is Pisces. Neptune is over in Pisces. So you may be just trying to see things clearly. Some things may be going on and may be happening, and the turn of events are coming as we go into your birthday month, as we go into September, the end of August and September, the months of Virgo, because then you'll have the sun coming towards your sign. You have the sun in your sign, which puts a spotlight on you, a focus on you. You'll have Mercury approaching Venus in not too long. Mercury is currently in Leo. I believe it's still in retrograded back into Cancer, but it'll be coming to Leo in another month or so. Soon it'll be in Virgo. You'll have Venus making its way. Venus is currently in Cancer, but it's at the end degrees of Cancer. I believe Venus is up in the 20 or so degrees of Cancer, so it'll be coming on through the sign of Leo in August. That'll be approaching your sign. So there will be some more energy and some more events and some more things happening in Virgo. And let's see, right now squaring you do have what is it? Jupiter in Sagittarius. I believe Jupiter is going in and out of retrograde. It's a planet that moves slower, so it'll be in Sagittarius for a while. It's in its ruler. Maybe that's bringing you some good things. It's squaring you, but even a square aspect from Jupiter doesn't already have to be bad. Or maybe expounding and expanding some issues and some problems that are going on in your life. It could even be with work. It could be with spirituality, religion, those type of things. If you belong to a church or any kind of social things, or just spiritual or religious foundations that you have, and maybe shaking those up a little bit. And if you have any problems that Saturn is kind of showing you, anything karmic, anything that may have been kind of going on in the past and it's coming back around now, Jupiter may be expounding that, because Jupiter can expound on good and bad. So we've got Mars in Leo as well. Mars will be getting closer to your sign, so that'll bring some more eventfulness, some more action, and some more things going on in your sign. So Virgo, not a lot of planets in your sign, but nonetheless, you may be feeling some things going on. You may be going through a few things. Hopefully nothing too extensive, nothing too bad, but it'll lead up to a culmination as more planets move into your sign as we get towards the end of August and we get to mid-end August. as we come upon Virgo season. If there are any Leos cross-watching, happy birthday, Leos. Happy birthday, Leos. It is your time. It's your time. So we're just going to do these 3 decks. I got the Rider-Waite, I got the Romance Oracle, I got the Luminous deck, just to tell us the who, what, where, when, and whys. The Rider-Waite is going to give us some foundation, tell us the overall themes of what's going on, what kind of energies are surfacing. This deck is going to give us a little bit more specifics about the who, what, when, where, whys in the house. And then just for some delight, we'll throw in some romance oracle cards. That's what we'll do. And we'll get to it. So if you guys are interested in a longer tarot reading, if you're interested in a specific love reading, cater to you based on your zodiac sign and what's going on. You can even put your birth time and date and things like that in the comments if you're interested in coaching. And coaching does include, so if you go to my website, earthskystar.com, and you book any of the online like counseling services, I do pull your chart. So you can definitely send me like your birth date, your birth time. I'll take a look at your natal chart, what's going on in the transits and things like that. So just know when you book those hour readings for that amount of money that you book it for, and you can put down a deposit and pay the rest before booking. It just has to be paid before the time of your reading. So you can pay a deposit at the time of booking and then pay the balance before your reading. You are able to do that. You should see the payment buttons to pay your balances before I actually do the reading. You can schedule your reading at a time when my schedule is open. My calendar is open. And a time that's convenient for you that also works for you. And again, in those readings, I do look at your birth chart, your birth time, your birth, and the planets and transits and all that stuff that may be going on with you, and energy that may be going on with you now and coming up, as well as things you may have been through. So just keep that in mind when you book, or you can just go do a love reading out on the site. And of course, shop the products, shop the herbs, shop the gems, shop the crystals. I hand pick them. Everything's quality. I pick everything myself. And then I upload it to the site, and then I ship it out to you. Also, I do want to plug my cousins, my family members' cleaning business. I'll have more information for you on that, and I'll have the link below. So if you're in the Raleigh, North Carolina area and you need any sort of corporate cleaning, cleaning services, when you move out and you need your place clean, those kind of things. And I think her cleaning service is called Two Ladies and a Broom, but the link will be below. So if you happen to be in the Raleigh, North Carolina, she does excellent business, she offers excellent services. They do corporate cleaning. So check her out, and that link will be below. And if you're a subscriber to my channel, you have any businesses or anything like that, shoot me a comment below. Send me an email. Send me a private message through YouTube. Email me at tarothelpnow@gmail.com, and I'll definitely shout your business out and put your link in my description. Again, you need cleaning services in the Raleigh, North Carolina, visit the link below in my description. And of course, don't forget to check out my store, earthskystar.com, for all of your spiritual, counseling, healing, astrological, and tarot needs. Okay, so now that we got that plug out of the way, shameless plugs while I shuffle these decks, let's go ahead and I'm going to shuffle this some more. I'm not quite ready to cut this one. I'm going to shuffle this one some more as I deal with your Rider-Waite and we talk about those. So, had my lighter, I had some sage lit over here. I don't want it too close to my water. And let's see what's going on. So, all right, Virgo. Oh, well, wow. With the, okay, I kind of felt some of this energy is going to come out. But I don't want to make this too long, so I'm just going to stop right there. I was going to deal a third row because I personally really do want to know more. But, All right, Virgo. Before we even go into the reading, the thing was kind of, I don't know why the thing for the day is like spill. Did something spill? Did something overflow? Are you over there crying, whether it be tears of happiness or tears of joy? Are you crying? Do you have some kind of water leak or flood in your home? Did you have something like that? Is there a lot of emotions going on? Did something spill out? Did secrets or information, or did you find out things? Did something just come spilling out, like something you weren't even necessarily looking for? And I'll be right back. I need a little oil on my hands. Did something like that go on, Virgo? That's what I was seeing before I even came into the reading. Just a theme of something spilling. And specifically when I say something spilling, I'm talking about water. Water. And water can represent literal water. That's why I talked about floods in your home, water in your home. You got a leaky pipe. Do you have any plumbing problems or anything like that? Or emotions, because emotions, are you really emotional over there? Are people in your life emotional? Things of that nature. And then looking at your spread, I definitely see an area of emotions. There's something that was offered to you. There's some offer you accepted, some offer you took, but it threw you off balance. You may have just been doing just fine before you went into this thing. Now, with the Rider-Waite deck, 9 times out of 10, I always read reversals. The only time I don't read reversals is if I go into a reading like, okay, I'm not going to do them. But that's only, here and there for whatever reason that I wouldn't read a reversal. But you got a lot of cards that came out in reverse. So I feel like you have a home, you have a foundation. Maybe you guys were looking into a home that had some kind of plumbing problems or some foundational problems, and you couldn't actually move into that home. Maybe you had to rescind an offer on a home that you put one in on. And this is really, really funny, guys. I'm telling you, coming into this reading, I don't hang with too many Virgos. I know some Virgos here and there, but nobody in my immediate personal life is a Virgo sun. I mean, people have other planets in Virgo. I myself even have several stellium in Virgo, but nobody I hang with in my personal life is a sun Virgo. So I didn't have any scenarios or anything that's going on with Virgos in my head until I just mentioned this home situation. And this is just looking at the cards and what I see: an offer getting turned down, an offer not being what you want, somebody offering you something, somebody coming with some sort of presentation, working on something for you. They put out their emotions, or something was laid on the table for you, but it just wasn't good enough, or it wasn't right. There was something about it that just didn't go through, or didn't work out right. Maybe you didn't close on a home. And I thought about my Capricorn cousin. I told you the things that are going on in Capricorn right now, Saturn and Pluto, and they were also retrograding. So that's another layer on top of Saturn and Pluto being over in Capricorn. And she was trying to close a deal on a home or a property with the Virgo, and turns out his money wasn't right. He couldn't close the deal, and he's not getting his deposit back. So it's really, really funny that just came to mind from me looking at these cards, because I didn't even have that situation anywhere in my mind thinking about you Virgos. But I see something about an unstable foundation, an offer not going through, some sort of celebration that wasn't being able to be had, and it could be affecting you emotionally. There's some offer that wasn't good enough that was on the table that wasn't taken, and it's because nothing's changed. People haven't changed. Things haven't changed. You thought you were ready to move into a new stage, maybe a new stage in a relationship, a new stage in a certain place in your life, coming into an agreement. Like I just talked about this real estate thing that was going on. That's the agreement. If it was a quick pause in the video, I was in the mood to do tarot, but obviously my phone wasn't, because I didn't have any space left on my recording device. I just felt like doing some tarot, so this is kind of off the cuff. But anyway, just not going in a new direction. When you made some sort of commitment, when you made some sort of, when you were looking to make some sort of agreement. So this can be in anything, in relationships, with your job, with work. Maybe you were trying to purchase a home, or purchase anything, just anything you have to deal with someone else in some sort of partnership, coming to an agreement. Somebody was not willing to make a change, and you guys may be dealing with another Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Pisces stands out a lot. Pisces and Scorpio stand out a lot to me, because we have the High Priestess in reverse. We had the Death card in reverse, which is not moving on, not getting over something. The Two of Cups upright, not seeing eye to eye, not moving to that place of seeing eye to eye, turning down an offer with this Knight of Cups here in reverse. And it was an offer that had to do with stability, marriages, partnerships, and things of that nature. So something, when I talk about something spilling out, you guys receiving information and news, or just something going on in that realm, you guys may be, seeing that go on when maybe there's some contracts on the table, some agreements on the table, you found out information that's got you rethinking a certain decision, and you may not have the passion for that anymore, and it may be because of somebody's misdoings, their wrongdoings. Maybe you don't like the way they handle business. Maybe you yourself just have things to work out internally inside of you, and maybe you're just letting everything out. Death with the High Priestess, it's like really deep issues going, and both of these in reverse. It's like not moving on from the past, not really recognizing the deep issues, and thinking from a spiritual and a mature place. It's being on a petty level with people, holding things inside, but in a negative way, to where it hurts and it affects you and it affects the people around you. So you really just need to clear that energy, Virgo, and move on with whatever it is that you need to do. You guys are pretty smart. You know how to make logical decisions, and you just need to communicate those things and communicate them in a proper way. And if you're communicating right now, I feel like that communicating is coming off probably in a petty way. You're having petty communication, arguments, holding grudges, and things of that nature. Cross words, being at a stalemate, not able to balance and make decisions. You just feel like everything is at even keel in your life. Negative words. I see a lot of arguments. Negative words. Old wounds coming back to resurface. Old wounds coming back. A passion when it comes seeing eye to eye to somebody on a partnership, or even infertility, or not being able to get. My phone is not going to let me be great on y'all reading, Virgo. But anyway, a lack of passion, a lack of decision, a lack of reasonable conversation, reasonable words with people, just really wanting to go backwards, things coming up from the past, even that have to do with betrayal, old wounds, old hurts, things you haven't quite gotten over, rethinking past decisions, things that you know internally that you've done, maybe information that you've been holding on. But just be careful not to fire it out at everybody, and not to hold it in a negative way either, because that can also hurt as well when we don't express ourselves. It just causes dis-ease in the body, and causes dis-ease in the body, and you know, it just makes us unhappy. And this is funny because the luminous card, it talks of the numinous card. I call it the luminous death, the luminous card. It talks about the unknown, what's out there, what's yet to happen. And I think that's a place where you really are, like you're staying within yourself, but there may be something that's haunting you on the inside that you really do need to talk to somebody and express everything that's going on, so you can get that weight off of your shoulders and just put some of those burdens down, Virgo. And it has to do with how people see you, what they think about you. This may even be something that's transpiring in your career. Your career may be the place where you're having these difficulties, but it's responsibility. The tenth house card came out, and it talks about reputation. So things that affect your reputation, your legacy, the patriarchy, empire, so father figures, and things of that nature, men in your life, and just the responsibilities and competence. And this card in reverse, the Ace of Wands in reverse, talks to me about competence. Is somebody not competent in relationships in your life? Is somebody not competent in the business deals and the jobs and the careers in your life? It talks about some kind of incompetence, and incompetence reminds me of impotence. So just keep that in mind with that Ace of Wands in reverse. And just the numinous card is the mystery, the unknown, unsure of where you're at and where you're going. But really having a lot of different thoughts, even psychic cues or visions, or just an inner knowing or inner intuition, but you don't know what to trust. You don't know what to trust, and you don't know what to believe. And when I talked about the past and hurts and issues and things coming up, we get Chiron, which is, You know, the readings never cease to amaze me because Chiron is about healing wounds, healing hurts, things from the past, growing out of those things. When I talked about leaving the past behind, having to leave something behind, all ways of emotions and feelings and doing things different if you want to get to that next level in a new stage in your life. This talks about generational trauma, shame, sensitivity, forgiveness, superpowers, divinity, cleansing, softness, and pain. And that's what I felt in this reading, just Virgo's going through something. And it does have to do with other people in your life. Maybe it is that family lineage, you know, because the medium coli, the highest point of your chart does hit in that 10th house too. So there's a really deep things that affect your life, and it may be on display for people to see, and this may be affecting your reputation, or people may be feeling like you're off, or Virgo's just not acting right, or what is going on with Virgo. And I talked about Pluto. We got the Pluto card that came out. I talked about Pluto in Capricorn. So for all of my Virgo risings and Virgo people out there, with the Virgo being your fourth house, then that would make Capricorn, I mean Virgo your first house. If we take it as Virgo as your first house, that would make Capricorn your fourth house for the Virgo risings out there. So, and even Virgo sun, you can relate to that. So Capricorn would be the fourth house. Taurus would be the seventh, and uh, Virgo first, Capricorn fourth, Taurus seventh, and let me just make sure: Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. No, I'm sorry, your mutable signs are on those houses. So your Virgo Capricorn is going to be your fifth, Taurus your eighth, and then wait a minute, just a second. Let me get it right. I don't know why I'm having a mental brain fart just to find out where it is, because it's 5 houses from you. Okay, yes, that's correct. So Capricorn would be your fifth, and Taurus would be your 10th. Is Taurus going to be your 10th? Let me see. Your opposite sign is Pisces. So Pisces is going to be on your 7th. And then you got 7th, Pisces on your 7th, Aries on your 8th. So Taurus is going to be your 9th. Gemini is going to be your 10th. So point of that being, with Capricorn, and let me just make sure I'm right. Virgo first house. What's after you guys? Libra second, Scorpio third, Sagittarius fourth, Capricorn fifth, Aquarius sixth, Pisces seventh, Aries eighth, Taurus ninth. Okay, making sense now. So Capricorn in your fifth, meaning you've got that Pluto and that Saturn transit in your fifth house. So are you having problems with sexual identity, sexual issues? Again, we talked about impotence, either for the women, it could be women issues, or issues with the men in your life, or not feeling like you can be creative, being stuck in something that won't let you open, let you release. Are you having issues with children? Because Pluto is bringing, in the fifth house is also things you do for fun, things you take pleasure in, sexual partnerships. So Pluto and Saturn could be bringing some real changes in different kind of structure, destroying foundations, destroying those old foundations, hurts and wounds, so that you can come into something better. But in order to do that, you've got to let it go, Virgo. And the card of Pluto talks about transformation. So you guys may be going through something very transformative. The fifth house is not an easy house, and it's not always the best house to kind of make it through some of those issues. And it talks about renewal, inner resources, basic instinct, motivation, personal power, evolution, composting, cycles, death, rebirth, subversion, suspicion, obsession, intensity, reckoning, taboos, clearing, and extremes. And that's all going on in your fifth house with that Pluto. And when we talk about taboos and suspicions and obsessions, I get that a lot with the High Priestess card in reverse. You know, they say this is Scorpio, they say it's Pisces, they say it's Cancer. I'm feeling a lot of Scorpio energy with the Death card in the spread, and we got the Knight of Cups in reverse, and we got the Two of Cups. So you got a lot of Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy going on, a lot of water and emotional energy going on in the chart. So your emotions may be up and down. Your emotions may be, you may be having a hard time. For somebody who's a mental sign, emotional things may really be affecting you at this time, Virgo. But when we talk about hidden things, taboos, secrets, and obsessions, that may be coming out right now, showing your true character or revealing things to people about you that maybe you didn't want so much revealed. And Jupiter, I brought up Jupiter as well, because Jupiter's over there in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a mutable sign, and it does square you. So if we got Virgo on the first house, then that means we have Sagittarius on that. Is it that fourth or that third house? Virgo, Leo, Scorpio, Sagittarius. You've got Sagittarius on that fourth. So going through changes in the home. I talked about that. Going through something in the family life, your stability. I see a lot about the home and stability and family, and coming to grips with just things about you, certain natures, certain secrets, certain information, coming to grips with things like that. And Jupiter speaks of expansion. It says it right on the card, and I talked about that before even pulling these cards. You guys saw me shuffle. So Jupiter can expand the good, and Jupiter can expand the negative. So you just want to be careful about those kind of things, because if you have negative, Jupiter can expand that negative. So Virgos, you just may have moved into a phase in your life. You may have gotten married. You may have been on a honeymoon phase. You may have had something new. You kept an open mind and you took a leap. You kept an open mind, you took a leap. You guys may have been going through sexual threesomes, exploring your partnerships. You've had an open mind and times were good. But now you're finding out things and information that's causing you to have to be open to forgiving people. You're learning things that are causing you to have to forgive, and a lot of it is deep-seated and deep-rooted, and it comes from past family issues and family histories. So if there's been situations in partnerships or family relationships where you've been betrayed, or you're finding out certain information, it's going to take forgiving and some healing. But first, you've got to learn what's going on. You got to face the truth, because we can't deal with truths until we face the truth and actually admit where we are, what's going on, what we've done to others, and what's been done to us. And then we can kind of learn, and we can kind of heal those family issues. So family issues talk about family issues, and family is your loved ones, your partnerships, who you're in relationships with, your love relationships, your children, and your actual, your extended relatives, your family, your mom, your dad. Are there mom issues? It says patriarch, so I feel like there may be some father issues going on out there with the Virgos and their dads. So healing family issues says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So what's going on in your family history may be affecting any relationships or any good times, or sexual relationships, or things that you've had, things that bring you pleasure, joy, and fun. Family issues and things you've been through may be affecting that. Any abuse, any traumas, anything that you've been through may be really affecting what's going on in your love life. And forgiving and learning says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And I talked to you about that, about a lot of this spread speaking to me about something coming from the past, things coming out from the past that have not been moved on from, things you may not have gotten, or maybe not getting what you bargained for, or something you wanted to work out not working out. And it's because of issues that are rooted in the past that are causing you issues with your present and with what's going on today. And with that said, I'm going to stop the video. Comment below, like the video, subscribe, and share, guys. Do that. And if you want to talk about this more, leave a comment in the comments. If it's something that's not too specific, if you don't mind putting a comment down, I reply to comments. We can talk about things in the comments. Email me, tarothelpnow@gmail.com, if you want to talk a little bit more. But to truly get into depth and to see what's going on, go to my website, Earth Sky Star, for a reading, and we can talk all you want and dig into what's going on and try to heal some of the things so that you can move forward, Virgo. But I wish you nothing but the best. Happy birthday in advance to all of the Virgos out there, and any Leo cross watchers. Thank you, guys. Have an awesome night. Blessings and love. Madam X, and I'm out.